So to start this video, a really good friend of this channel, a really good friend of mine, texted me today stating that there was a lot on Marketplace that would have been perfect for me, and he was absolutely right. I had seen the lot a bunch of days ago, and I contacted the seller, and they were very quick to respond for one or two texts. And then it was settled that I was going to buy the lot, and I just asked them for the address, and then they ghosted me. But the lot's still online, so every other day I've been texting them to reply saying, seriously, I can come over. It's in Hamilton, so that was for me very disappointing, because I was, from what I could see, an absolute perfect lot for me. Classic space pieces all around, but they never got back to me, so c'est la vie. Life goes on, and I don't regret stuff, and I don't pine for stuff. But then I got onto the Marketplace today, and I saw this lot that we'll go into in a little bit, and it's not 100%. It's yeah, there's some classic space, but I was intrigued by the pictures, because the pictures looked like there could be a few things that I'd be mildly interested in, and the pieces looked mint. And so I was jumping on this, and I said, I want it, and it was really inexpensive for what we're getting here. Again, I won't tell you the price on this lot, but I think it was well worth the trip to Acton, as we used to say in Ontario, even though it was like 2 blocks from the house. So that also adds into the fact that I wanted this lot. And this entire lot didn't even fit into my sink when I did the washing. Now it really didn't have to be washed, but again, I made the mistake once, so every single used piece that I get gets washed. That's the rule. Again, subject to change without notice. But this one, but it was a quick wash. I put it in the sink, but I had to take two loads in the sink in order to wash all this stuff. And in the end, it's the pieces there's no bites at all. There's no dents at all from overall that I can find or see. The pieces are remarkable in their perfection, considering the age. Because look, yes, injection mold on the side, and these sets are going back to the no arms, no legs moving minifigs, and before the minifigs. So let's go through really, really quickly. Came with 3 big base plates, 24 by 32. I believe this one here is the fire station. I don't see a lot of white out there, though. I haven't actually found the pieces. Let me just, it's probably the fire station. I haven't bothered, but just the dots themselves. And the yellow ladder, which is right here, which again, a lot of mine broke when I was a kid, but this one's mint. It's not cracked at all, and it works flawlessly. And all the parts and pieces in here, it's like, again, I'm amazed how flawless. So probably the fire station, and then 2 blank ones, 24 by 32. I know there's 24 by 32 here. For I think the hospital, maybe. Although I haven't come across any bricks that say hospital on it. 4 10 by 20s that are pretty much mint. And again, lots of basic pieces, lots of basic parts that I can reconstitute. But let's get into some of those cool parts. I haven't finished sorting the yellow. All the yellow's piled here. I've been pulling it out, but I thought I'd make a video now. So I interrupted my yellow sorting. I sorted yellow first because we'll just kind of pan over there, and you will see why I'm sorting yellow first. Well, let's just zooming in. Yellow Castle. Again, that's 2 Yellow Castle. This is my 3rd Yellow Castle I've gotten this year. And this one, again, I don't know if I have all the pieces, but I got at least 3 gray helmets here. There's one even on this guy. And I found a gray one of these, and I found another black one. I don't know where it is right now, because I haven't finished sorting out yet. My plan, straight up right now, is I'm going to reconstitute the Yellow Castle first, and then I'm going to sell it to whoever wants it. It will not. I'm going to figure out what pieces are necessary, how many pieces are here, blah, blah, blah. But that's why I am sorting out yellow first, because I'm going to, because of all the minifigs and all the things, I'm going to figure out how much of the yellow castle's here, and I'm going to build it, and then I'm going to sell it, period. I don't need yet another yellow castle. I already have 3 downstairs, and I don't need a 4th. And so this one, because the pieces are really, really good, and I don't care about keeping really, I just, have the pieces I have. I'm gonna rebuild the yellow castle. I'm gonna make a video about it. I'm gonna tell you what's missing. And whoever wants to buy it can buy it. I'm gonna put it on the marketplace. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna tell you guys about it. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna sell the yellow castle after I reconstitute it. And the price of the yellow castle is probably going to fully recoup the price I pay for this entire lot, which is basically what I'm doing now. When I buy a lot now, like this, and I believe I can reconstitute 1 or 2 sets and sell them to pay for the entire lot, then I keep the rest of the pieces. But considering that most of this, a lot of this is basic pieces, I'm starting a new tote of basic pieces, and I'll sell that too, because again, I have enough basic pieces. But so not only is Yellow Castle here, and we got these 2 cranks here, but we got a red one here. Let's talk about this one for a sec. This one's kind of busted up a little bit, and the string got stuck. And again, I'm gonna try to put some effort into cleaning it up maybe. But I was turning it, and all of a sudden I heard a snap, and it turns out, if I can get it over to there, that this whole piece broke off. It's kind of a sad. So that broke here, but I think the pressure of the string beside the pulley is what did it. These yellow ones are perfect. Along with the yellow castle, there is these guys. This is the only broken piece, one of the few broken pieces I found so far. It's sad, but I got a bunch of these downstairs. So if and when I reconstitute that set, and again, there's the pieces for the bulldozer, and 3. And I mentioned this the other day when I was reconstituting the other sets, that I had run out of those earlier from my collection. Although I should have checked my entire box, but I'm sure I have more. But I couldn't find them readily, easily. And again, as I keep on saying, sooner or later, usually more sooner than later, I'm gonna find a lot that, there's 3 of them, and they're mint, every one of them. Every one of them has the spring in it. Everyone has the tabs on the side. Every one of these is mint. Like this entire lot is mint. I mean, we have a few broken pieces, but overall, it is utterly fantastic. How clean and neat and non-faded, non-yellowed white. So let's keep on going. There was a motor. I haven't tested it yet, but I have pretty good faith that it's gonna work. And a battery box over here, which was bad. Unfortunately, inside I took the screw off the bottom there, and I took it apart. And you can see the corrosion of that piece. The batteries had leaked badly. I think it sat in the box for many, many generations. So this battery box is pooched because this entire piece is corroded away. I threw out the batteries. I don't know if what I'm gonna do with this box. The switch on the end, I think, is fine because the batteries weren't corroding there. So that switch comes out. That doesn't look, it's got a little corrosion on the edges. But I got lots of these battery boxes downstairs anyway. No wire, but it does have one plug-in so far. And I'm gonna see if I can find the other one. But we'll put that in there just so for safekeeping. Again, I haven't even finished sorting this out, and I've already found 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, at least 16 of those 4 gray bricks that have the original Technic bricks, and just a million of those yellow, blue, and red sprockets, shall we say. 2 tippers, blue. So far, a full boat. The only unfortunate part about the boat is you can see corner chip there and corner chip there and there. So 3 corners are broken off. It's a little sad, but the actual boat hulls themselves, besides the little breakage there, are really good. Trees, love those trees right there. Look at that, trees. So there are 2 space sets in here that I know of, and one was the Space Police 1, and one is M-tron, the smaller ones. I always forget the names of them, but I already have a bunch of copies. Here's the big wheels for that Space Police set. And here's the canopy for the M-tron set. I'm going to reconstitute those and roll them to the collection because that's fun. And, you know, it was basically built. And so there are going to be 4 trans red antennas in here. Yay! Which again, I was short of. And yeah, these pieces here. I took it apart just to wash them, but they're mostly apart. 2x4 light gray hinges, and there's a couple 2x9s, which is why I thought it was a classic Space lot to begin with, because there was a couple 2x9 gray hinges I saw, and here's the canopy for the Space Police. But it turns out I think this is one of the cranes that either has that on the end of it or something like that, because not only do I have the sprockets and I have the old Gred bushings, but I have now more than doubled. I have never in any lot have seen that many chain links ever. Now, I own this. I don't even think I own this chain link before, so I've over doubled my chain links. Look at that. I keep on finding them. I keep on sorting this out. I keep on finding more to add to it. I don't know what sets they got that would constitute that many chain links, but it's got to be 4 feet, at least 4 or 5 feet now. The other thing is, and I mentioned this before, I haven't found the handle yet, but I'm pretty confident the handle's in here for this thing, the conveyor belt. So I think maybe one of those base plates is for one of the quarry sets, and this piece here. So I got everything besides the handle as I keep on finding them. I never ever got one of these in a used lot that's actually together, not broken. Never have ever. I've never had this piece before in a used lot, or even when I was a kid. We never bought this set, or the sets that this came in. So the fact that I got this now, no, I do have a good one downstairs, but I got that from Bricklink. Just because I wanted one. So this yellow, but this red one, I haven't found the handle in here yet, but I might find it when I throw out the red. But that's the only thing that's missing right now is the red handle. And so just beautiful. Very, very happy about that. Milky white, translucent milky white axles, original universal joints here, 3 of them so far. Flags, we got, of course, the castle flag, we got 2 Union Jacks, and we got the hospital, which I think there's a hospital set here. Big figs, obviously, printed pieces of Lego, and again, sorting out the Technic, because I think that's for the castle, so when I find that. 2 weight bricks for the boats. Unfortunately, one of them is not busted, and the other one is busted. So there's another busted piece here. C'est la vie, but I got a good one and a bad one, but only one boat hull. So I don't think that set came with 2 weights. I would know. I'll have to reconstitute it, but I'm going to reconstitute that set too. But other than that, there's just a plethora. Just love this. Just a plethora of old pieces. This could be from the old castle. These are a little faded. I'm just noticing that now. They are light gray, but a little darker than they should be. But other than that, and we got some old doors and windows right there. And I haven't found too much gunk in this lot. This is why I think there's a quarry set, because there's got some rails here. I think there's 2 of these. There's the other one. So I think there's a quarry set in here. What I was really happy with was these tires. I got a bunch of these tires in here. This has always been a very nice tire. But look how nice, like literally every piece looks good. And you know, so it's a lot that, yes, it has a lot of early to mid 70s pieces in it. That is what it is. I honestly bought it thinking there was some classic Space, and what I found was 1 M-tron and 1 Space Police 1. That was worth the price of the lot right there just for those 2 sets, but I want to keep those 2 sets. And I know that I have some friends that want this stuff. So I do have lots. I think it's a unique thing in the Lego echelons of history. I love these pieces. I had so much fun with what I had because I got a few sets when I was a kid, but not nearly this much. And even my lot downstairs, I don't have this much. So that's fantastic. I haven't seen any other thing that is lots of those. Like there's like at least 12 of them over there now. So I don't know if there was like, I think there was that gear set that came out, but again, I don't think it had that many here. Maybe there's 2 or 3 gear sets in here that came with this stuff. I can't remember. I do know it does have the bulldozer pieces here. So I think that's part of this. But, oh, and also the yellow bucket thing. So I think I'm gonna be able to reconstitute. I can't see the pieces right now. But I did find not just a yellow one, and I didn't pull it out yet. I thought I did. Sorry, this is going to be off in there. Let me just find it, because I put them in here. But now, they're lost in the big pile of stuff. The big pile of stuff. There's a little tail here. I'll figure out what that's from. So the bucket with the triangle or the semi-triangle parts, there it is. Oh, no, it's not. I made a mistake. There it is. So I got this. I think there's 2 of these in here, and of course the chute side is also in here. But I have one of these in black now. I saw it in this mess, and I meant to pull it out for the video, but I forgot. So it's in here somewhere. There's a black one of these in here, and I honestly do not know what that's from. It might be from the Quarry set. I honestly have to look it up now. I meant to look it up before the video started, but I got this in black, and I don't know if I've ever had that in black before. I got a nice little sign here. There's another sign in here, but that's busted, so that's the 3rd busted piece I've seen so far. But 3 busted pieces, lots of these. So I was thinking the Coast Guard set originally, the little Coast Guard set that came out in 1974 or 5. But I don't know, because I was expecting a blue base plate then, and I don't have a blue base plate. All the Castle base plates are over there, the 8x16s, or 8x16s. There we go, 8x16, and then the big one at the bottom, this one here. So again, I think most of the castles here, and I'm not, I have enough castles. I might even try selling 2. Just because I don't need them. And again, Yellow Castle is one of those somewhat coveted sets, even though it is just a lot of basic yellow brick. But some people want it. So if you're interested, I'm going to make a video on that later when I reconstitute this one and let you know how many I have. Again, I do have the gray helmets myself. I have a bunch from previous lots that I got, so I don't need these ones. So if you're into, like, I don't know how many of these I have. I'm not going to bother pulling from my collection to finish it. If it needs more, I'm just going to say what is missing, and that's the way it's going to be. I want to reconstitute from this lot only, the Yellow Castle, and see how far I get. And then if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. The other thing that I was kind of like a little bit sad about is that I looked at this, and it's a Lego sticker, probably a Lego flag sticker. Somehow it got stuck into the inside of this slope, and I don't know if I want to remove it because it's stuck in there. That happens. But in the end, this lot, I mean, I mentioned the other day when I got the other lot and the pieces were near mint. I was very impressed with that lot, but there was some nicks and there was some teeth marks. I haven't found one yet. I honestly have not found one yet. Besides that broken piece and that that flag's a little bent. That always happens, and a few other small broken pieces. These pieces are very, very well maintained for coming from the early to mid 70s. Like, you can just grab any piece you want and just like, oh, there's no scratches on it. There's no fading on it. There's like the injection molding. It's always going to be there in these old pieces. The doors, I mean, there's still water on them because they just washed them. The look blue 4x12. Look how nice that is. Like, it looks like it just came out of the box. Like, I am so impressed with this lot, considering the age. And considering the person selling it to me looked like they were 20 years younger, at least 20 years younger than me, right? And they said, oh, I played with these when I was a kid. And I'm going, I played with these when I was a kid, and I'm almost 60. like there's not a piece in here besides the Space Police and the M-Tron that's newer than 1980. There's none. There's nothing in here newer than 1980. The Castle came out in 1978. I mean, that's when it came out, right? So that besides the Space Police and the M-Tron, that's the newest piece in. That's the newest set in here is the Yellow Castle. Everything else in here, like you're looking at I got these guys here, no legs, and there's some with no arms, and I didn't bother sorting them out. There's one right there, stuck in minifig feet. But the minifigs, they got the Blacktron from the M-Tron, and then the Space Police guy here. Those are the only non-castle. I think there might be some town. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I think the rest of the minifigs in there are all castle. All Yellow Castle minifigs. I'll figure that out when I get there. The white, pristine white. Just pristine. Like, that's... And this is 40 years old. Plus 40 plus years old. I can't complain about this at all. And again, yes, a lot of basic pieces. But I may, again, remove, this one's soaking wet still. I may remove some of my old crappy pieces from my bins and put these in there when I sort them out. A lot of red hinge. I think this is from the fire station. No, actually, that wasn't a 2x9. It was a 2x4. A lot of Ruth pieces. So again, I think a lot of those basic sets that came out back in the day. Another black piece that just looks fantastic. I'm very happy with this. And since I sold the other bin tote of brick, basic brick, I'm going to be looking at starting a new tote of basic brick. And I've been told that my good friends at Toro Lug would be interested because a lot of people need filler for making big layouts. And so I'm going to save some for them. But again, I am in a downsizing mood, even though I just bought a brand new lot. I'm in a downsizing mood. And mostly, this is what I thought. I thought this was going to be classic space. And I think it's just one of those crane trucks. I'm going to have fun reconstituting that, though. So there you go. A fantastic lot all around. I cannot complain about it at all. And I'll keep you posted. The Yellow Castle will be first. I will talk to you soon. You guys all stay safe. Take care. And I'll see you around.